Well, hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Glenn Harrison, and welcome to this segment of Answering Your Why. This is where we take just a few minutes to answer some of the most common health related questions that I see every day. So, the question today is, why do I have heartburn? Why do I have acid reflux? How did it happen? And what can I do about it? So, it's a big question. Acid reflux is a disorder that I see in my office multiple times a week. And there's no one cause of it. But our current medical model's approach to acid reflux is feeble, to say the most. So really, to understand acid reflux, we really have to understand what is it and how does it happen. So acid reflux is a disorder. First, I guess some of the symptoms would be heartburn, indigestion, burning sensations when we eat certain foods, sometimes spicier foods, citrus, coffee can even do it. That would be some of the symptoms. Sometimes clearing of your throat, like like I'm doing right now. If you have a cold or you're recovering from a cold, like I kind of am right now, that's not acid reflux disorder. Sometimes belching, feeling bloated, gas. If these symptoms last for over 3 months, that's not going to go away by itself. That can be acid reflux disorder. So that's some of the symptoms. What is acid reflux disorder, or gastroesophageal reflux disorder, or acid reflux? It is where there's not enough stomach acid in your stomach. A lot of people are told, our current medical explanation is that people are given, they're told that there's too much stomach acid. Well, this couldn't be farther from the truth. It's actually too little. So what happens with regards to acid reflux disorder is our stomach is this beautiful bowl of acid. That's really what it is. And the purpose of the stomach acid is it allows for the acid kills bugs. So it kills bad bugs. And what it does, the acid also breaks down the nutrients that we consume in our foods and pulls the nutrients into our bloodstream. So it helps us extract the nutrients from the foods we're eating. So it kills bugs and it allows us to get the nutrients from our food. So acid reflux is the result of too low of stomach acid. And if you kind of look at my tie, if you can see, our stomach is at the bottom of our esophagus. And there's this little door. There's this little door at the top of our stomach. Well, I'll try to go up here if you can see. There's this little door. It opens and it closes, and it opens and it closes. It lets food through to our stomach, and then it closes. This little door should stay closed when we are not eating. However, this little door has a switch on it. This switch is affected, or the door is allowed, stays closed when we have enough stomach acid. When we have low stomach acid, like in acid reflux, this little door opens. So when the door opens, what happens is the acid in our stomach creeps up, the remaining acid in our stomach creeps up our esophagus, and we get that burning sensation, that heartburn. The medical community is very worried about this, which they should be, including myself, because if that acid keeps going up, it damages the esophagus, the tissue, and it can result in throat cancer, I should say esophageal cancer, if that goes on long enough. Okay, so the acid damages the cells. So they're worried about that, so they prescribe antacid medications. And then you take the antacid medications, and what it does is it turns off all the stomach acid down in this beautiful bowl of acid. When that stomach acid comes down, the door stays open. So every time when people with acid reflux, usually it gets worse when they lay down. When they lay down, that little bit of acid in the stomach, it creeps up and it starts burning. So a lot of people try to sleep upward in bed and elevate their bed and all these different things. But the problem is low stomach acid. So if you originally have low stomach acid causing this door to open, and you give antacids, the antacids will turn off the symptoms, the burning, and all of the other things, but the problem still exists. So when you consume food, if you don't have enough stomach acid and you're taking the acid inhibitors, what happens is the food you consume it starts to rot, because the acid's not there to break it down. When it rots, it off-gasses. I know it sounds gross, but this is what happens. It off-gasses and creates gas, bloating, distension, and then a whole host of other symptoms. In fact, people that are on antacids and don't have enough stomach acid, their rates of osteoporosis go up through the roof, and osteopenia. Even rates of dementia skyrocket because you can't pull your nutrients from your foods, and it leads to a whole host of problems. There's even other neurological conditions that result from people on antacid use, and it could be over the counter, or like Tums and Alka-Seltzer and all those other ones, or it could be in the form of pharmaceuticals. So that is acid reflux in general, and the symptoms of heartburn are really where they come from. But that's the mechanism. So we got to close the door. We need to get the stomach acid back in. It has to be gentle. It has to be slowly getting that back up. There's a few things that cause it. Foods can be one. Hormonal imbalances can be another. Deficiencies in food, in nutrients, can be a big one. Sometimes excess weight can be part of it, but usually you can work around that. Hernias can do it as well. So hiatal hernias are common. That affect, they cause a problem in that door. So sometimes people need a little bit of surgery, but it should be ruled out. So that's kind of acid reflux in general. The cause of it, it's not too much acid, it's actually too little, and there's many ways around it. So if you know of anybody dealing with acid reflux disorder, it has to be stopped. It has to be corrected, because it will lead to a whole host of problems, as I mentioned before, if it's put off. There's always a reason to these things. So there's many causes to it. If you know of anybody dealing with this problem, forward them this video. They deserve to know what's going on and what's causing it, and find somebody that's going to look at the whole picture. We can do that. We do that every day. You can even reach out to us. There's ways to deal with this, but it's a condition that has to be stopped. All right. So I hope that was helpful. Comment below if you have any questions, or even other whys that you want to have an answer to, and we'll be more than happy to answer those as in the coming weeks. So with that being said, I'm Dr. Glenn Harrison. I hope this was helpful, and I look forward to talking to you next day, and we can answer another why. Have a great day.